you'll both be going to New York City?
Yeah, it was pretty cool to know that we've both achieved it. It was awesome.
Nice, man. Well, last thing we want to get from you is any shout-outs you want to give. Plug your socials. Get those on in there, man.
Osman, massive congrats. You're going to the finals. We can't wait to see you there.
Yeah.
When we meet up in New York, we'll have to say. Thank you so much for just taking a little bit of time and chatting with us.
Wait for the games. It's going to be incredible.
Well, you don't have to wait much longer, Sundown, because we need two casters on deck to get us into all the action. Let's get Courage JD and Monster D Face up on stage. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you, Zeke and Sundown. Yes, the day has finally come. The last chance for players to qualify for the Solo World Cup Finals. Monster, ready to have a great day together.
We are indeed. And just looking at that leaderboard, man, seeing Teak up there, seeing Sky up there, and Dreda, these players have been clawing their way every single weekend. I can't wait to hop into EU.
I'm rooting for Mongrel.
Just kind of rocking
I'm rooting for Mongrel. The game's ready to go. Without further ado, let's hop into the action. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The
anymore, so he's got a flint knock. That's going to be his way to get down. Very, very lucky of him to have something to kind of hop off of this place.
Yep.
The flint.
And we do know that sometimes the trap inventory doesn't load in the spectator flight, so he might have a launch pad. But no, this is probably going to come down to a flint knock type play. And there on the right side of your screen, something we're going to be seeing a lot of today. The storm surge in these late game scenarios, in general, due to how many players are still alive and still active. Julian did get one. Still peeking on out.
It's crazy because he's so high up, these guys don't even see him. Oh, he also has a baller. Yeah, he's got no problem right now.
they'll wind up getting down. Cool.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a couple options. And worst case scenario, he gets shot out. I mean, he's going to be able to save himself with the flint. So he is good to go. Out goes Julian Combs. He just kind of hops on out. And now to your boy, Mongrel here. You're rooting for him, eh?
Yeah, Mongrel is kid's a freak of nature in this game. And he's an absolute beast. Doesn't even have a shotgun right now. We saw Mongrel was top 10 prior to this game. And now we'll continue to push forward. One thing we did notice, Mongrel, of anyone on that top 10 list, had the most games played. Monster.
Was he at about 6 or 5
5
or so, yeah?
5 with, I believe, 30-something, 37 points.
You know, it doesn't even put him out, though. We're about an hour, 15 minutes left in queue, so honestly, you want to be at least the halfway mark. So he's got a couple games chucked out of there. He's totally fine to still play several end games. And oh boy, Bakito, we saw him going in just a little bit ago. Is going to get taken out.
That was the elim Mongrel needed. Mongrel did all that into the zone just to be able to get some materials, but only wound up getting 5 extra builds. And you see the quickness in how fast Mongrel can edit and fully tunnel, but keep the sprint going. That is, in that full sprint, it's wall, roof, edit, wall, roof, and without stopping a sprint once.
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult to hit that stride and not mess up, especially under these intense circumstances. Just imagine what the audio, the sensory overload going on right now. There's 15 players nearby.
Still 16 players remaining. We're top 15 is more placement points. Mongrel knows this. Looks like he's sending it right on through. That player escapes in the baller for now. Mongrel down to 33 health left outside the zone. This is not looking good at the moment. Now continuing to be challenged. Finds a launch pad, though, and immediately gets to the high ground. Is anyone above?
I don't think so. I think he just managed to take this high ground free of charge, but he's got to pause here. He's trying to heal back up. And placement points have all been divvied out at this point, so breaking that top 15 is another big threshold here. Mongrel's got his heavy sniper loaded. What's he going to do?
Well, right now he's just trying to conserve these materials. That's why he's dropping down, getting close to these enemies. He's got to force something to happen, using every little bit to the best of his abilities, trying to break into his opponent. Gets the wall replaced, the elimination comes through. Down goes Flawless. Now in our top 11, Mongrel continuing to build on out. Has picked up another mini, still now at 60 builds. Has earned more there, and again, the speed is just absolutely insane when you watch him play. It is mind-blowing. Nate, all the way, though, on the high ground.
Yeah, and there's still 2 players in ballers. 1 left now. Average, by the way, is just kind of hopping around here. You can see players in the low ground are all forced to fight each other right now. Full has 0 ping, is about to go down to Webb here. He's got his last moments in this lobby coming up close. Can Maggio hit the shot? And he does. Bacon Fist goes down right there. Average as well goes down to the Storm.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2 big eliminations. He's back at max health right now and a launch pad. This is very intense here.
Make this happen.
3 players. 3 other players, I should say. Mongrel's taking on Nate here. Infantry rifle, poor at putting pressure upwards. And Mongrel's already declining now. He's jumping down. Wins another engagement.
Mongrel gets the victory royale with 7 eliminations, pushing on up to 36 points.
There's only one statement that can explain that situation better. It's the no hesitation on Mongrel. Catches the elim right away, immediately goes off to ban. He doesn't waste any time. That's why he's ahead by several ticks in those final moments.
His moves, his thought process, it is insane. The man's still looking to qualify for solos. He's been so consistent in duos, but has been pretty public on social media about some of his struggles in solos. As right now, again, this is the last opportunity, folks. Everything on the line this week to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Finals solos competition. The last spots will be determined today. An hour and 11 minutes left in the queues in Europe. Ryu right now on your screen trying to drop this player down into the trap and does just that. Goodbye, Siberia. Have a good queue.
That's one of the cleanest ways to catch an elimination. Catch him off guard. You place it right underneath the box. That's why you don't want to sit too close to an opponent, especially when armed with traps. You can just go either which way.
Yep, Ryu knew exactly the advantage that he had right there. Socio spraying down at what looks like a drop coming in. Skite, someone who was in the top 10. Currently boxed it up. Again, this is the road of how Skype wound up getting there. 15 points right now. Obviously, if you're in the top 10, you got a little bit higher on the live servers, but we're catching up to speed. Making sure you all know the full story today. 39 players remaining in this one. Just a reminder for everyone at home, top 25 is where you start earning placement points. And that goes up in small increments up to the max score of 10 points you can get for a victory royale.
And just hitting that 25 threshold is so difficult. Players start to really slow down.
Yep.
As you approach closer and closer, you realize, you know what? I don't have to take a risk right now. Let me just wait for an opportunity. And that's why you can see the congestion here with 39 players remaining. No one wants to go first and kind of wait for the zone, as this entire region has now hit a bit of a stalemate, right? Bit of a standoff here, if you will. These players are waiting to see what can happen. 7 seconds remain until the storm is revealed, and then things are really going to pop. Catches a player with his blueprints out. He lands a big 105 right there. That epic AR, perfect for pressuring through players, especially in wooden builds. That is a very weak structure, regardless of how much health it has. You can see a Shadow Bomb player right above him. Sky is looking upwards, trying to see if he can find an opportunity there. But just the fact that he's not in the low ground right now is allowing him to just kind of continue to keep pressure without getting too much in return here. Now the rotation once again, just holding the storm line. That's a big placement point right there. Top 15 here, Courage.
And Skype, we hopped on board, had max materials now down to just 21 builds. That just shows how much Skype has tunneled through these last few zones. I like that, spraying at the metal before it gets any stronger. Fully built metal this late in the game would take a lot to break. And there's another great combat shoddy engagement.
He thought about going for the mats and stuff like that. Saw the baller kind of scoop on through and yoink it up. Couldn't get it. Find someone right out of the storm. It's Marcus, but there's another player in the storm. He knows it. He does try to track right there, but left his top side open just a little bit. Finds the beast just in time to keep him in the game.
And Skype more than happy again. It takes a little bit of storm damage just to reposition. Goes in the storm for a second. Takes 10 damage. That's fine.
Look at how well he does reading the storm here.
Yep. This is one of the most challenging parts of the game, is this late storm movement. Rezus on the high ground. You've got 3 players on low, all fighting within 1 box of each other. Skype holding the edit, drops 1 player in. There goes Ryu, who we were watching earlier on. The other player just above, I think, is weak as well. Yes, Zol cut down by the combat shoddy. Skype now 1 versus 1. And the player on height has begun to drop down. It's Rezus, who's landed in the tree. Skype knows this. Skype's going to try to spray down this tree in hopes that Rezus has to drop with the redeploy. That should be a free elimination for Skype. There's no way. You're not going to be able to drop on in onto a player like Skype and get away with it. He knows it as well. 8 elims. Victory Royale jumps up to 33 points.
Way to turn that game around for the Lestream boys. Skype really clutching up in those final moments, holding his composure. And more importantly, just storm coasting right along those outsides, guys, allowing him to save material and come out on top. But we're hopping into the next round here. You saw Skype previous in the top 10, guys. Don't forget, he's in contention right now for making it through the Worlds, guys. This is their final opportunity here for the European region. We've already punched the tickets for OCE. Here we have Zestin, lands a boogie bomb. Can he make it in time? Decides to double up on it. Says, you know what? Let's start this party again here. Finds Fixie with a nice 1-2.
And is there any more of a frustrating way to go down in a game right there? Double boogie, no chance to really defend yourself. Zestin heads up play, utilizing every bit you can get in these super stacked lobbies. Monster, a lot of times you don't get to loot all you want. I can promise you, you're not landing at a spot uncontested. You're getting some scraps and having to make the most of it. And right there, keeping the boogies for a moment like that, so smart. As you guys know, we catch up with replays to see exactly how these top players have made it to where they are. We just watched Skype win that last game. Here's the game after, now at 34 points. Staying boxed up for the moment. And, whoa, a door nearby. He might actually try to make something happen.
No way. You think he opens it? Just gives a little knock on the door here. Let's see. You see someone off in distance, and oh my, the precision there to just open up the pyramid and one-pop that guy. It was extremely weak.
And that'll be the one thing that assault rifles will always have a place for in this game.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Even with people saying, oh, I'm just going to run the TAC AR or the drum gun does the assault rifle's job. Right there, the assault rifle did the assault rifle's job, which you love to see. He's going for the wall replace battle with this player on the other side.
And I love how he's doing. He's not overexposing himself. He's staying in the comfort of his own build here.
And right there, for a second, you saw the little change up in how the builds were going. Oh, he gets one wall. He gets the pyramid as well. So this player frantically trying to back out up. Skype is unrelenting with this pressure. Breaking through every wall possible, and there it is.
Oh, the fake out
Made
really
it in.
quickly.
No trap comes down, so you got to think there's no trap available for this player, and that's only going to force Skype to want to push even more, but good thing for the opponent. A stink bomb comes in, which will scare Skype away.
Definitely was a close one there. Skype, scary player under pressure. You can see when he has the confidence, he is unrelentless. But he's composed. He knows what to do. As Skype lands on someone, trades out a couple shots as Chris. He goes off to build here. Just trying to reposition up now. He does have plenty of heals. He pops one preemptively here because he's probably going to go on the hunt again. He actually caught someone there, but that is not going to be his priority. Instead, priority is get to the zone.
This aggressive. You need to not only win, but you need to get eliminations too, or else you're just not going to reach the points needed to qualify.
This is the difference too, right? Like, he knows he's in top 10. He's like, you know what? If I can continue to hold this lead, these are the risks the champions have to take to make it through and qualify in their regions. We see it in every region. Now Skype's landing some more shots there. He's just on the hunt. So long as he has the slurp effect active, you can see his hyper aggression here. He is not pausing for a single moment. He's looking for eliminations. The ticks are still going. The slurp is still in effect here. So he is just slowly looking to capitalize. Slurp effect finally wears off and gets a little bit of favoritism from the zone. This is going to work out in his favor here. See, now it's going to double back, allowing him to save some materials, possibly find someone on this rotation here. Notice how he's holding now again as well.
Yeah, it's actually a baller that's made it inside the box. Not a comfortable flight that he wants to take. Skype with 10 builds left. Every single thing matters. 109 tag on the player below. Drum gun back out. He knows this is his floor. I knew it. There you go. Brilliantly done. Unfortunately, can't connect with a shot. Wait, that's his floor as well.
Oh, boy. Orbits. By the way, you didn't own that floor, buddy.
Yep. That's what that Orbits was just in panic mode right there. And for Skype, that's a beautiful elimination because look at the mats now. Up from 6 total builds to 45. But Na'Vi has different plans right there for him. Down goes Skype. There's your lobby from top to bottom of all players remaining. 12 players to be exact. Make it 10 as 2, now 3 go down in the last couple moments. Bodies start to drop quickly. Crew on height at the moment. Does have to follow these builds down as, yep, there it is. Staying 1 or 2 levels above the opponents. Tries to catch someone off guard with that heavy sniper right there as they push out of the box. Fortunately, no one's home. Crew reloading the heavy sniper. Some good shield tags and the elimination due to the storm. Crew, there's that heavy sniper I mentioned, but a very fast reaction from the player below. And with that, I believe Crew has just lost high ground, Monster.
Yep.
He's got 0 builds remaining. Ghosty drops down. Crew 1 versus Dave 2K. Dave keeping this height with 38 builds. Crew trying to drop him on down. Dave doing a great job just building as much as possible to blanket out the sky. And Crew sees this knowing, whoa, Dave's still got a lot of materials remaining then.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one here as Crew is now having to tarp out. He doesn't have anything left. Heavy snipe comes out. Can he find a low peak? And it's going to be 1-2. Connects with every single shot on the fall down there. And that's going to be the difference in a clean end game for VHV Crew.
Yep. The toughest part ahead is getting the top 25, getting some sort of points. Because if there's still 51 players left, that means the majority of the lobby hasn't even got a point on the board yet.
Yeah, but storm surge is still a factor as well as we approach this zone 6. So you have to be proactive or eventually you will fall here as Flamesgram is
a fire skin combo.
Already on an elimination, yeah. New one dropped yesterday. Definitely copped out.
And that's the ice knight or whatever it is, back bling. Fire.
Here it is. Grams is on the prowl right now. This whoever's in the box right here is in trouble. There's multiple players nearby. And he backs up again here.
It's cat and mouse.
He's not giving up though. He takes the wall. Can he land a shot here? Heavy AR, really tough, but it's his ramp. Can he make the quick edit? And he does. Oh man, it's Rage who tries to sneak out through the window.
And that's just so smart. Not falling into the trap, not taking that 150 unnecessary damage. Gets the wall, doesn't W key into the box, instead then fights for the ramp. I mean, that was what, 3 or 4 boxes?
Shadow Bomb. 40 players still remaining. No one has been granted any placement points. He just jumps out.
Drive
gives
by.
Ake a nice little shot right there. Yeah.
You tell Bloxy was looking like, oh, do I get out? Do I go loot the rest of that or what? But when you've got a baller, you got a rift, you got shadow bombs. Listen, you're just using all these different rotation items. You're playing for placement with an inventory like that.
You can't just jump out on people like that. Blocks out and hit them with the stunner, man. You gotta slow down, dude. Here's Julian looking for a big rotation right now. Shadow bombs out. He is in full effect to get to this next zone. He does find himself there. It's a quick little crouch. Clean edit. Doesn't overdo it. As the ballers are also creating rampage here. So with all of these shadow bombs, this is where you use them. You dump them out. You save your materials. You try your best to see if you can catch someone, being that you get ahead first. And if you can't, it's okay. You just use on to the next one. Nice little shot right there. Is going to take that player's baller, takes 60 shield as well, and good reaction speed. Catches the TEDs. He walks into the box with the drum gun W key. It's not going to work out. Hey, now he's got a heavy sniper.
You're watching right now, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or the in-game client. First day today that we have the ability to stream live from direct in the game. Shout out to the developers who worked on that one, getting screenshots of it. I want you, if you're watching from in-game right now, or in general, send us how you're watching. Show us the setup, show us a screenshot of you watching in-game, let us know what you think. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We'll bring so many new eyes on the Fortnite competitive and see just how insane and high skill these lobbies are. You know, I've been involved in esports for so many years, Monster, and, you know, getting as much competitive support from the developers is so key, and this is another step to that. Alongside the incredible prize pools and the events coming up, Fortnite's in a good spot here, moving forward. Let's just,
this is the World Cup.
Let's get rid of that semi-auto sniper rifle, change up a couple little things there, and I think we'll be good. Epic, you got my number.
You guys need help. Holla at Courage, man. He knows what's up.
Let's give me some chicken parm. You don't even have to pay me.
Pay the man in chicken parm. It can happen here. As Blackstone pops the rift, takes up a player with him. Will he land a shot in the air? Looks like he managed to connect. Something just happened there. Yep. Notice Black came down by himself. Nifty little trick right there. If you can be fast with the fingertips, you can see make some big plays here. Blocks is in the game right now. 3 elimination, no longer has a baller. These final moments here. Down comes the Shadow Bomb, says, you know what? I don't want to be all the way up. Someone's healing right near. You only have 10 attempts to muster and accrue as many points as possible within the window time frame to queue up. So 47 minutes remain. And again, if you're watching competitive Fortnite for the first time ever, this is what it is. We're jumping straight into the action to keep you guys up to date, skipping past, scrubbing past some of the landing portions. But these are full games, and we're hopping into the tail ends to give you guys the best of the best action in the final moments.
Hear me out. How dope would this be? This would be nuts. I know. This is why, you know, Epic pays me in chicken parm. Imagine this. You watch from the in-game client, and it's a challenge. And if you complete the challenge, you get a spray or V-Bucks or a dance.
Yes.
Viewer incentives to tune in to the Fortnite World Cup. I mean, that sounds like 200 IQ, huh, Monster?
I mean, if we can do that,
oh, it can be done.
can we split credit, or I was here?
Epic, if you wind up doing that, you owe me half the game's revenue from all time.
All right, as we hop back in with Snowy here, Captain Shenanigan Courage is in full effect here.
Oh, gosh, hello.
Someone hops into the bots. Big old shot for Jonzo right there. It's going to keep Snowy in the game. You know, he did take some damage, but with that 50 siphon heal, it's going to allow him to just kind of bounce back like he never left. So free elimination for him, kind of walks in. That's a desperate play to make when someone kind of throws it all out. And
it almost looks like they moved out from that campfire and just went all in with the heavy sniper. And that's one where you try to make it work. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Here's Mongrel, 38 points. Still doing well from when we last checked in.
Can he find a shot here? He's so close to making this placement point. He's at 28 points here. So close, so close. He just needs to kind of hold out for just a little bit longer. It's a big rotation here. Having a shadow bomb should keep him in the running. There are so many other players with shadow bombs colliding and collapsing in the same area right now. Does he own all the walls? He does a quick check, a little spin around right there. Lands some more shots. He's on the hunt. Can he find it? That player has no shield. Takes a wild pop shot there. Doesn't quite connect, but he's still in the running right now, and he does make the placement finally here as Idhem goes down.
Top 24. Mongrel trying to hold these walls. Getting sprayed out for a moment. You can tell the thought process of Mongrel, right? It's, I look at the zone and shoot at anyone that is with their back right to it, right? And that's all Mongrel keeps doing. Now realizes how low he is on mats, decides it's time to stop full boxing and start just pyramiding when I can. That's the elimination, though, that Mongrel needed to at least earn some more materials to make this next rotation even possible. No shadow bombs, no baller, no launch pad. Just his ability to out-aim his opponents and build with whatever materials he has left. Mongrel, 0 builds. The worst case scenario for Fortnite in the late game. The one silver lining here, Monster does still have a ton of HP, but here's the issue. Still not in the top 15, wants his extra placement points. Zone right at his back. I can tell you right now, if this was Mongrel, still on another position in this lobby, Mongrel would be shooting at where he is himself because of this positioning. Down to 5 HP, no shot, no builds left. Where Mongrel's skill comes in is in his ability to outbuild and out-edit his opponents. And unfortunately, with no builds, that's not possible.
Yeah, in those final moments, it's hard to tell if he did just scrape out the placement point, though. 3 players went down in quick succession. We'll find out when we check in with them later here. But Rozzy, who had the high ground and some impulses, is trying to chuck him out here. Maybe see if he can flush somebody out really quickly. Imagine if he lands one. It would be crazy. A little real for himself. He has the flint knock to get off of the high ground. If you guys are new to the Fortnite scene, you can negate fall damage with the flint knock. It's actually one of the most versatile tools in the game, or weapons. So here comes the AR, gets a nice little headshot right there, and Mitch goes down. And now it's off to build again as he's trying to save his high positioning here. He does have that flint, one flint to the body when you're in the high ground, and you're getting chucked off those builds.
Bye-bye.
Probably guaranteed to get eliminated at that point.
So Razy just more than happy and going back over all these old builds, so not even having to reinforce this. It's already fully built, it looks like brick and metal. Castery, Nork, Snowy, Finn, all on low ground. Razzies having a time of their life up top. Top 5, so now the only placement points remaining come from getting a victory royale. As now Nork will build on out, staying ahead of the zone. 30 builds remaining. Good job holding these back edits. Here's this rocket launcher getting reloaded, and that is just a terrifying sound this late in the game. Big damage coming through. Shields have been shattered on this player up close. He's going to have to push into this. And no, he's stuck.
Little crack.
He's stuck. He's stuck. Oh, no, he is stuck in Nork. Oh, gosh. What?
It rotates back around into him, so Nork's now ahead of the zone. This is going to give him another opportunity to stay in it. Can he win the exchange? Breaks the trap in time. Jumps out, and Castry goes from 200 to 0 HP. Nork is still in the game right now. It's a 1v1 situation with the low ground hold.